Good morning, Toastmasters, fellow members, and guests. Before we start, let me tell you a story, a real story. My daughter, she loves drawing. Every day she sits quietly for hours drawing. No one asks her to, no one rewards her. She just loves it. Then one day I say, if you draw, I'll give you a sticker. Sound familiar, right? She smiled. She drew, and she got a sticker. The next day, she drew again, but this time she asked, Mom, where is my sticker? And when the sticker stopped, she stopped drawing. What changed? Today, I want to talk about something uncomfortable, but really important. Sometimes rewards don't increase motivation, they destroy it. And this is known as the Deci effect, discovered by Edward Deci. Now, there are two kinds of motivation. One is intrinsic motivation. You do something because you love it. And the other is extrinsic. You do something for a reward. Children are naturally full of intrinsic motivation. They explore, they ask questions, they create, not because they have to, but because they want to. But that kind of motivation is fragile, very fragile. The moment when you add the reward, passion can turn into a transaction. It comes from, I love drawing, to, what do I get? When the reason becomes the reward, the love might disappear. Now, so what did Edward Deci exactly discover? In the 1970s, a psychologist, Edward Deci, ran a simple experiment. He gave people puzzles to work. The puzzles were interesting, a little challenging, and a bit fun. There were two groups of people in two different rooms. One group was paid for each puzzle completed, and the other was not. During the experiment, the two groups worked on their puzzles. They focused, they tried, they solved their puzzles. And here is the interesting part. After the section ended, the two groups were left alone in their room. No more money, no one watching. Can you guess what happened next? The unpaid group, they stopped at the unpaid group, they kept playing, while the paid group, they stopped. Why? Because the reward changed the story. With the paid group, it was no more. This is fun. But it was. This is work. So when the rewards disappear, so did the motivation. Now let's bring it into real life. In classroom, at home, we use rewards all the time. Stars, points, stickers, present, candy. We say, good job, here's the reward. And it felt just right. It felt like we are motivating. But slowly, children started to ask, is there any reward? Do we get points? And if the answer is no, the effort might drop. I saw it in my old classroom. When I removed the reward, my student asked, what do we get? And I answered, you get smarter, you get bigger, you get better, you get stronger. And at first, they didn't believe me, but slowly things change. Instead of asking, what do we get? What do we get? They started to ask, how does it work? Can I try again? And there is a moment I know that they were transformative. I know that the motivation was coming back. So today we have seen how motivation can quietly shift, how the Deci effect explain that rewards can backfire and how easy it is to replace joy with dependency. Now, let me take you back to my daughter. She didn't need sticker. She already has something. Joy, curiosity, freedom. So the question is, are we protecting that or are we replacing it? Now, but this is something that even more uncomfortable. Look at us. Sometimes we work for salary. Sometimes we post for likes. And sometimes we study for grades, certificates, promotions. And slowly we stop asking ourselves, do I love it? But start to ask, what do I get? So the real question might not be, are the rewards killing our children's motivation? But when did they start killing ours? Because at the end, if we are not careful, we will not just raise children who depend on rewards, but we might become the adults who don't know how to love what we do without them. Thank you.